I would like to welcome and congratulate everyone who has come to 1426 Cheonshim Won Special Vision Devotion today throughout the world. 21,600 places are connected with us. More than 50,000 brothers and sisters have gathered to offer prayer and devotion in one heart. From Heavenly Korea, from Cheonwon Special District, 197 have come to training center to attend the vigil. Summer University, Cheonsung, Changwon, Iksan, Daegu. In this order, the churches my brother and sister from Heavenly Korea are attending. From Heavenly Japan, Sendai Church, they brought 153, offering prayer and devotion in one heart. Nagano Church, Matsuyama, Kochi, Fukuoka. In this order, Heavenly Japan churches are offering prayer and devotion. Internationally, in Albania, 21-day spiritual workshop is held. 50 brothers and sisters have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. Today at the detention center, today's 43rd day, and 120 brothers and sisters have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. Gwanak, Ansan, Guri, Ilsan, Nambucheon, Namyangju, Tongil Unification, Martial Art, etc. Our members, 120 members, are offering prayer and devotion at detention center on this cold day. As True Mother think of her children outside the fence that she's kept, I'm certain that she will feel abundant, a lot of comfort from our brothers and sisters. Today we had an opening ceremony for 417 spirituality workshop. We have 50 members who are joining, and we also began 40-day attendance workshop. 46 trainees have gathered, so a total of 96 trainees have took off as trainees since yesterday. So a total of 186, including spiritual academy, came out and offered praise just right now. And total long-term worship trainee, 545 trainees are here at the training center attending workshop. Today, Hyun Sung-nim truly gave us very precious message. True Mother, as soon as she met us, she asked again, what have you done? What have you been doing? I'm certain this is the question that True Mother asks for all of us, and we should be prepared to tell her whenever she asks us, what have you been doing? So True Mother will come into your dream and she might ask you, what have you been doing? Today, our inheritors of heaven's love and blessing, Shin-chul-nim, reported to True Mother that we had a big assembly with 2,000 young youth joining, and also he reported the contents of KCL's members coming in to offer prayer and devotion, and he also reported about Radebe Prophet and Mark Burns, pastor. I'm certain hearing this, True Mother will receive a lot of comfort and strength. And as True Mother emphasized, we must let these people know about the fact that they are the chosen people, and without just knowing, they should realize that responsibility is a key thing for the chosen people. And she emphasized us to educate them, and now I believe it's a time for us to go out and educate epic history of chosen Han people of Korea. We also reported about the Great War. We shared the story. Chun Sung-nim shared a story about the rainbow day before Great War, and the white bird came into training center. And I was very moved to see the baby, and I thought to myself, we need to take good photos. But our brother, who is in charge of photographs, Kim Young-nam, have taken the photo, and we're able to take shots of a vision that we never saw before. And truly, this is a proof that Heavenly Parent is with us. Through the nature, He is showing the love. And through True Mother, I'm certain the amazing work of heaven will be unfolded within this world. Today, Kim Jin-sun, our sister who came from the United States, she is the older sister of our team leader Kim Sang-ho, who usually sing on the vigil, during the vigil. And she had a lot of difficulty, especially within her heart. And upon hearing the voice of true mother, she resolved to come to Cheongpyeong, and at the Cheonshim Won, she cried and cried. Members are like that. Some members are saying that Cheonshim Won is too quiet that we cannot pray with all our heart. So, actually, members asked us that President Gi-sung, can you make Cheonshim Won loud, very noisy place where we can just cry out loud? To be honest, when True Mother, whenever True Mother actually gave us the words that whenever you're having a hard time, you can always offer prayer at Cheonshim Won, crying out loud. So, for our Cheonshim Won staff, I hope you remember that I think it would be better if you can create an environment where people can come and offer prayer with crying out loud, where they can feel comfortable to cry out loud. So we have, as we do everything, liberating century with spirit, liberating ancestors and blessings, our ancestors offering paper. She has done all the devotion she could, and she was able to offer 120 days of workshop to offer as a condition. And we heard that her sickness have disappeared in front of her brother Kim Sang-ho, our brother. She danced for her cure, and I hope that she can recover fully through her diligent devotion. And our sister Cheon-kyung, she had a really hard time, especially she had psychological issues as well. But as she came to Cheonshim Won and attend 120-day workshop, and as she underwent workshop, she was able to set a new start. Amazaki Aya, truly, she had a spiritual problem with her mother, and how much fear would she feel? It's not easy to spend the night with someone who had a spiritual problem. Her father was scared of the spiritual problem, and he went to Pachinko and play games there. She didn't have a father, and her mom was having spiritual problem, and our sister was right next to her mother. Her name is Aya. But truly, her mother changed through Senchi Evil Spirit liberation. Her father changed, and finally her family became Chompa family, and she was able to join 16 spirituality workshop. I think she was the coordinator of the workshop, and she found a child who had a spiritual problem. She took care of her 24/7. I'm certain many people who saw her taking care of that person were truly moved, just like an older sister. If you stay, sleeping with a person who has a psychological or spiritual problem, it's not an easy thing to do. But she clung on to that sister's problem and her sister, and she receive abundant grace of the spiritual person with the spiritual problem overcoming. She is truly an amazing person. Why don't we give a big round of applause of encouragement? So even she approached the true mother, approached the trainee's mother, and telling her that spiritual problem will be resolved, and she showed hope, and she eventually resolved. She also resolved to go abroad as a missionary. And before she go there, she resolved to attend this workshop, and now she is nurturing herself by receiving education directly from true father to become spiritual leader. Murayama Misato, she wanted to came here to find the spiritual central axis within her own faith, and she did accomplish her dream. And Kang Moon-min, I remember her because her parents were most faithful person. She told us that she was one who was farthest away from the church, and I believe her mother offered a lot of devotion for her. Because of her mother's devotion, one day, so suddenly, upon seeing her sister's engagement, she cried out loud without her knowing that she wanted to go to 40-day workshop. And I'm certain that her mother's devotion allowed her to have that heart. and she truly transformed this workshop. I mean, she challenged herself to do the workshop that she didn't want to do, which is waking up early in the morning, offering 120 pounds, and offering calling out name prayer. In fact, on top of that, she wrote her own journal when other people are sleeping. She truly made a great resolution and determination, and she resolved to, she offered prayer to live for True Mother, even if it means that she need to risk her life. And she resolved to begin her new start by joining a spirituality academy. Our sister Cheonshim, she truly has grown up very well. She attended JTGC. She lived in Japan, volunteered for 5 years. She felt the limitations, so because of the limitations, she joined a spirituality workshop. And at Hanwon House, she slept. A brief moment, she saw a words Oji Shinji, which is wise and be truthful. Basically, believing in True Mother's words and move forward. She shared this testimony before. Afterwards, she worked diligently at Spiritual Academy, and she eventually went to America and volunteered herself and became work as a coordinator there for the third spiritual workshop in America. And now she came, and her voice has truly changed to a voice of resonance prayer. You heard her before, right? And as she worked diligently, her family was restored, and she resolved that she will move forward until the end. For True Mother, she has become an amazing leader. And today, we held the opening ceremony for the attendance and spiritual worship. We had abundant grace today. The True Parents' words we had read today, they are truly precious words. The devotion offered for will in the past will judge who I am today. So True Father has always been keeping this thought and lived his life. Before God, to whom he has offered such deep devotion, how could he allow even a single moment of self-pity or indulgence to remain in his environment? So True Father realized that Heavenly Parent's devotion should not be the one who accused my devotion. So True Father himself has said that as he walked the path of indescribable suffering for countless ages together with God, the devotion offered for the will would judge him. So True Father said this himself, and when we think about these words, what would happen if True Parents' devotion will judge us? How would you feel if our elder brothers and sisters who have offered devotion would judge us? What would happen if they accuse us? How would you feel? How would you react to the fact that when True Parents come to you and ask you, how dare you to live like this on the foundation that I have made? That is why we have to live to our fullest to accomplish our responsibility. So our spirituality academy trainee, spiritual workshop trainee who went to intensify prayer, they held the vigil during the weekend, and they didn't finish at 1 p.m. exactly. They finished actually 1:30. So they were piling up the devotion from the past, and they're offering greater devotion so that the devotion in the past cannot judge them, but instead his spirit world will come down and offer gratitude to them. And we are moving forward with such standard. So the devotion that we are offering tonight, when it becomes a devotion that can move heaven, it will allow us to see miracle happening. Our brothers from KCLC received. Our brother and sister came from KCLC and gave abundant grace, and they gave us testimony. But due to the time, I will not read today. But truly amazing work happened from Pakistan. It's an Islamic country, but their Bishop Wakasu is within Jesus Family Church. They held the an event, they named their church Family Church. And this person, this event was on news. And I hope that through Cheonshim Won will reveal this story. No, this article was translated into Korea. Lahore is the biggest city, second biggest city in Pakistan. Protests for the release of True Mother and denial of arresting True Mother. So such a protest was held at the Lahore. In Won in Christ Family Church, they held a special prayer gathering, and the people who were working, they held a banner for release of True Mother and had their placard, and they moved. Throughout history, they have said that they are righteous people who have sacrificed in front of righteousness without compromising themselves. And our Dr. Hak Jahan, who is known for the Mother of Peace, she has overcame the religious boundaries, the racial boundaries, national boundaries, and brought peace together by gathering people's heart beyond transcending all the nation, and many people around the world have respect. And Won in Family Christ Family, Won in Jesus Christ Family Church pastor asked for the quick release of True Mother, and these contents have been released in the Pakistan news. Why don't we give a big round of applause to our brother and sister in Pakistan? Today, through prayer, I hope you move spirit world. Through spirit world. Thank you. Aju. Let us offer a big round of applause to President Lee Gi-sung for giving us very important message tonight.